Yeah, so we're doing a data integration platform. And so we're aiming at the transfer terabytes to petabyte data from one data center to another one. So then people can be able faster retrieval it, faster moving the data from one place to another place. So because it's petabyte data, so you need sometimes people want to monitor the process of the data transfer. They want to make find the best price miner provider, and they wanted to save on different regions. So those, and also they wanted to do something more like encryption, decryption. So all this is together, more like, and after the data was saved, they probably wanted to get the calculation. So we wanted doing some machine learning or data analytics. So those kind of work. So we put everything together to building one platform. So further, we have a dashboard here. We doing the scan continuously from time to time. It takes about every 2 hours. We'll be able to take a scan of the entire network, and we take all the price of their status and put it there. And after we get all those informations, we'll be able to give them a latest update time. So we know that. We also put a place for them to add their contact information, so people can be able to add the contact, so they can be able to communicate on the Slack. And we also provide a way to manage the different tasks. It's CSV based. So after people send the DLs, they'll be able to upload the CSV to the system. Then you can be able to download the CSV to see all the progress. Since currently the Filecoin network is not tracking the offline activities. So if it's in import, interrupt, or something like that, you won't be see that. So in able to provide this kind of information, we are running an agent, like a miner agent on the miner machines. So scanning, doing the import and the scanning, everything happens. So it will get update about some status like import interrupt or some logs. So grab from the Filecoin logs. So they'll be able to do some processing, process much more faster. So you can see different status on different miner IDs. Yeah, and we'll also provide APIs to faster retrieval all the different information you have in the system. So you'll be able to download, for example, if you have 500 tasks uploaded, with each of them have 30 DLs, each DL has about 32 megabytes. You'll be able to aggregate it in a big CSV file to download them and to find out which one is a success, which one is not success. You can also do using the API to faster retrieve all those informations. And we want to aggregate add all those information together. So the platform level will provide the task management. We're doing some ID verification. So when miners upload their information, say, okay, this is my miner, I want to give you some information about myself. We're doing kind of ID verification using the sign messages. You need to sign using the wallet to prove who you are. And we do a payment gateway. It's more like a payment gateway hub. So when people want to perform one-time payment, they don't need necessary to using the wallet doing sign by themselves. They can just like exchanges. You make the deposit. If you want to move into another account, you click withdraw or send, and so you can pay tips or something like that more often. On the client side, on the miner side, we provide the SDK. So you can run it as a service in your local. We also provide the PIP install. So when the new version comes, you just need a PIP upgrade, and then you can get latest version. It provides a little bit of function of the encryption. For now, we only implemented AES at the moment. So we are going to do it more, but we will show a little demo later. On the miner side, we wanted to have kind of CDN service in case if client want to select on different regions, but we are not there yet. I'm happy that Mel is working on that, so probably we can integrate that service in the future, so we don't need to do those different services by ourselves. Yeah, but the interesting part is what is after we get the data, we want to give people a minimal integrated S3 services, so people can directly migrate their data from IPFS to Miner as a gives them a feeling like AWS SDK integration. Then they can upgrade directly and retrieve the data from the mini or IPFS and upload to the notebook temporal storage. So we have a big HDD instance for SSD instance for each notebook. All of them are container based, so they can running those services inside the container to doing the real-time deep learning or data analytics. We also have a container native service which you can start a MySQL or other database instance. So just in case if you want to perform it on locally. A data center management suite is usually for people who have lots of data centers. Just like me, I have several miners in different data centers, and I can use this service to manage. But this is beyond the platform, and for some instance access as well. Yeah. So this is really comparison to the AWS Snowball. So AWS Snowball is a service for edge computing. What they did is that between several big data centers, you can migrate from one AWS region, for example, Northeast, to another region East Coast. Then you're using the HDD or using other service like directly download. Then you're moving around different regions. That movement, you can also shift the storage from different S3 region. Then on the local data centers, they provide lots of GPU or CPU instance, so you can do real-time training or calculation there. The Filecoin network currently have more than 1,000 nodes globally, and the node who is eligible to receiving deals is about 400. So compared to AWS only have 220 data centers over the world, we believe that adding this kind of calculation or computing capability, it's will make the Filecoin network much more powerful than the AWS. Yeah, that's pretty much about the slides. So we're good to see the apps. So this is the first one network. So basically just like a terminal, you can see each of them. If you click the miners, you'll be able to see the difference about many details. So here we have a simple reputation system, but this system is largely based on the deals they make on inside this platform. For the more deals he made, he probably get more higher score because those miners usually they sign up as a platform, so they can provide their summaries to what kind of service they're providing. And with those signed miners, if they doing the deals, they get a higher score than the online deal that just send anonymously. So this is a little different from other reputation system. And we don't calculate the online deal at the moment because we know that other teams are currently working on the online deal transfer with a different reputation system. So we keep the place in the future if we can integrate those kind of graph from them. Another way we're doing that, we add a region weight for the different region, because if in one region there's only one miner, obviously he provides more value than a region has 10 miners. So we're building a complicated algorithm here. So we put it there, and also a time-based. So we keep tracking over their history, and if he's continuous improvement, he maybe get a higher score. Also have some 7 days or 1 month calculations. Yeah. So here you can directly log in and to change your profile here, and you can upload your avatar if you want. And, the most important part is about the deals. So here we give people the capability to place a bid. So while you place the bid, you can provide the information about your task, and then different miners can provide a bid. If I'm satisfied with him, I can assign him the bid, then they probably will get high score. Then, yeah, after the different message is uploading from the system, you can see the entire CIDs and the import data. You can see here, I have lots of import failed, but we have one success. The reason is I deleted some storage files while I'm doing the importing. So you can see that the client knows that you might not doing things well, and with different CIDs mappings, when you send out storage, you have a copy on the local. So we provide a client tools here. So when you send out the DLs, they keep a local copy called Swan CSV. We call it meta CSV. It contains different information more than just the CIDs. So if you keep this information and upload it to the system, it generates the UID and the CID for you. Yeah. And another function we currently still in development is the payment part. So we wanted to make a payment deposit to give people a feeling more like to support a multiple currency payment. If you have a Filecoin, but you want to pay with USDT in some scenario for enterprises, we embedded exchange behind the price. So we calculated based on the current USDT value. So you can send the tips based on this one. So this is an experimental feature. We'll probably will release next week to the public. So yeah, you can be doing the deposit and generate the Filecoin address and give you exchange feelings. Yeah, and yeah. So after the data is retrieval, we can start doing experimental about the data retrieval. I make a small video here. Yeah. So basically, when you're doing this one, you can we create several Python packages. We are probably open source later on. So you can directly download the save a key, generate key to the local inventory. So it helps you to do encryption with using the AES. Then it will generate a key file. You can use it to doing the decryption in the future. After you encrypt the file, you can using this command directly to upload the entire file to the Filecoin network. So the upload the zip file to a Filecoin network, unfortunately, we still not get it completed currently in the programmatic way. So you still need to using another tool, which is either the first one packages or using some for like Texels, PowerGate, or other services to doing that. But hereby we just showed a way using the Swan client. You can send the file, convert it to a car file, and upload it to the Filecoin network. Yeah, so when you're doing that, it will show that it archive the entire archive file with the original data will be sent to the network. By the way, the training is for how to recognize different monkeys from Filecoin network. Yes, now it's generated the data CID. The CID generated, and yeah, you can see the car file here, and then we can start sending it. In the network, we actually can also using the Swan to find who is eligible to receive the miner, so you can choose the best miner who want to accept your deals. This is we define the miner ID. Then yeah, then just send it. This is a miner located in North America region, which is actually our miner in Canada. And it print out all the details of the miner, the price, and all the other details. And it will generate a final CSV. After this task is generated, it will automatically upload to the Swan platform. Then you can start tracking the life cycle about the sealing process. Then after a few days, you'll be able to, a few hours, you'll be able to get the deal, start downloading. The next part is retrieval. Yeah, here is the retrieval part. after retrieval is done, this is about 500 megabyte data. So it takes a couple of minutes for downloading. I'm not sure, maybe 10 seconds. Yeah, after download success, we'll be able back to the Jupyter network. Now we're back. So we're back here. Sorry, there's a little bit of lag. Oh, sorry, we missed one step. We needed using IPFS add the retrieval data to the IPFS gateway. Then we'll be able to get the data from IPFS network. We also build our own IPFS gateway called Swan gateway, Swan IPFS gateway. So we'll also be able to retrieve it from our Swan gateway. So important part I forget to mention is that we already finished the Filecoin's menu part. So actually we directly send the backup to the menu, then send it from the menu to the Filecoin network, which means S3 compatible. Now we'll be able to download the encrypted files from the IPFS using this one. We can find that here. This is our IPFS gateway on our dev environment. So we found the file and we're using the hash IDs. We start downloading. So after downloading, we are using our package to decrypt the data. Yeah. After decrypted, we start the machine learning progress, which part is for the image classification. It's a little longer process, but close to the end. Yeah. The encryption is decryption is using the key we previously have, and you can see it on your local environment, local container instance. So you are well protected because this is your local environment. Yeah. So after unzip everything, we start the machine learning, finally get the data. Yep. So just to speed up. Here you doing the machine learning step by step. You doing the analyze from the local storage, and you start processing the machine learning algorithm. This is actually this is a cargo test. This cargo context was happening last August. So we take the cargo test with the images. The major task is that they give you some this test images, and you will need to find which species of those monkeys. Some Japanese monkeys, some I don't really know. So yeah, after different kind of training and takes a while. We use it may take 1 hour, but if you have a GPU on your machine, it will be 5 minutes. Then it will tell you which kind of species of those monkeys are. Then we are done. Yeah. So by the time we're doing those kind of training, our payment channel, our payment components will charge you for the Jupyter instance you are using. We are charging you for the different data volume you used from upload and download, but that's another component. So yeah, it's pretty much what we do. Yeah. Thank you, guys.